Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman, and this is a video going out to Sister Sunshine, Japan, apple of God's eye or thorn in his side. Cute bird, Sister Sunshine, and as you know, I love this stuff. I love apocalyptic ideas, and I love studying it and reading it, but I don't really believe a word of it, Sister. And I'll tell you why. Mixing national identity and nationalism with religion and religious identity can be kind of dangerous. Israel loves evangelicals because it puts them in the center of attention of the United States foreign policy. They love evangelicals when they vote because they know that Israel as a nation will get support. Israel loves American foreign policy. They love the money, and they love the military support. The bombs and weapons we send them, and to a lesser extent, which, however, ends up being tons of money for them, tourism. So, yeah, vote for us, says Israel. Remember us nationally when you're sending out money in foreign policy. And thanks for the bombs. Sure, come on over and have a tour of the Holy Land. Walk where Jesus walked. But when you get here, don't proselytize about Jesus because, we don't care. So thanks for everything else, but keep Jesus to yourself, which is pretty interesting. So I remember one time when this Baptist guy told me that Baptists were the best friends Jews ever had. I just died laughing because that's not true, friends. And you look at the damage Christianity has done to Judaism, reinterpreting their history, reinterpreting their religious literature, putting Jesus behind every word. And, you give a Bible or an Old Testament or a Tanakh to a evangelical, they go to town, with the whole Jesus thing. And it's not accurate at all. And so, yeah, so that's my view on it. Israel loves you, Sister Sunshine. They love your vote. They love your money. And they like your thinking on how they need to be favored in order for other nations to gain favor. They love that idea. What nation wouldn't? But personally, I don't see them as any better than any other nation, and I think that we should treat them as such. And Saudi Arabia is doing pretty good right now, and they find Israel, kind of annoying. And their foreign policy to Israel isn't exactly on the friendliest terms. So it's not true in every case. And Japan is on a fault line. Earthquakes will happen, tsunamis will happen, and I don't think it has anything to do with Japanese foreign policy. Why they're having the nuclear meltdown and the earthquakes. I don't know. Did Haiti have a Israeli foreign policy? I wonder. So the reasons change as events happen. But I think in reality, each person and each group has in some way its own apocalypse, metaphorically, which can be terrible and tragic and horrible thing. And it's a part of life. Apocalyptic events are part of life. And each person is prone to that. So, I guess what we do about it, we run towards it. We run towards it. Even though we might lose, we can still feel we're doing something if we run towards this apocalypse and run towards fate. However, we shouldn't be so crazy to where it might bring about our own end. You know, we can go overboard with this whole thing. We can go overboard with nationalistic ideas. We can go overboard with, religious ideology. And we can forget about justice. And we can forget about mercy. And we can use all of that to trample over people who we see might not be as good as us because of our nationalities and because of our religious ideologies. And the end ends up justifying the means if you travel that route. So, Israel is not, the kind of righteous idea of it. Matter of fact, I just seen where one of the former prime ministers just got arrested. He's spending 7 years in jail. So they're a player just like any other nation. They know politics just like any other nation, and they play it the best that they can. And when they can gain sympathy from American evangelicals, they're doing a pretty good job. So take care, sister, and very interesting video for sure. And I'm going to take a look at that website. I love this stuff. Also, I want to throw out a book recommendation. There's a really good book called Naming the Antichrist, and I'll put it in below, where they go through kind of like a history about different ideas about the Antichrist and different people who were targeted as being a form of Antichrist. So that's pretty interesting too. It was a great read. So it's not put out by any religious group. This was just a study done by a scholar on religion. So I'll put it in the bottom. You might find it interesting. Take care, friends. And remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking